Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, this is a bit of an old versus new Harbor Freight here. I found a pair of old Harbor Freight type gloves, the Western Safety, and I have a pair of these newer Hardy ones. They're both slightly used. These ones have been in my truck, so they haven't got used a ton. And I thought maybe I'd do a little bit of comparison to see is old better than new. Old Western Safety. I might have said Western Family, I don't know, Western Safety, and the newer Hardy. From the outside look, they basically look similar. Now I got, let's see here, let's go ahead and grab the other black one here, and then we're doing apples to apples, same side to same size side. And first of all, I'll notice on this one, the flap is on the top. This one, the flap is on the bottom. Doesn't really matter, doesn't make a big deal. Now this one, it's got a rounded edge, this one's got a pointier edge. Does that really matter? Not really a big deal. Although I gotta say, if you're comparing, is this easier to do, and is it more comfortable than having it down here? I don't know. I honestly haven't really could tell a difference that I had different gloves on, but that's definitely easier to do. Doing that's way easier to do. I could see if you were really reaching in for something that this could hinder your ability to get somewhere you wanted to be, but honestly, doubtful. And quite honestly, I'm probably more doing this kind of stuff, which is a little bit more comfortable up here. So, apples to oranges there. I don't really think there's an upside or downside to either. That's a personal opinion type thing. I might go with the newer one if I was basing it on that. As far as the way it's put together, it feels like identical materials. The leather here, I would say the blue is probably, I don't know, a little bit softer, yet it feels a little bit tougher. I don't know how else to say it, like a little thicker, just barely, maybe a little bit thicker with this. As far as the thumb, you definitely have more in this area than you do here. You just have a thumb piece in the palm, as to where here it gives you the whole palm in that area, which I would say is probably a pretty big bonus to the old versus new in wear. I'm sure this will last longer than the material here. And also, this is a pretty big spot where you're, hitting a lot of things and grabbing a lot of things. So I would say that's a definite downfall to the newer version of the gloves here. Anything else, there's not a real big difference. It really does look like the materials are exactly the same. Like I said, I think the leather's a little thicker, but also in that aspect of things, you probably have a little better dexterity in these than you would in these. These do seem like they are just a little bit thinner all the way around. These are a little bit more bulky when you go side to side, and they are the same size glove as far as the size wise. So I would say older, as far as durability, is a little better than new. I really don't like I do like the palm of this one a little bit better on the thumb part here. I definitely think this would last a little longer, and for mechanic stuff, keep you from maybe banging your thumb up a little bit more. But then as far as dexterity and fitting the hand, I actually think these ones do feel a little better on the hand as far as being able to do things. So, and that's probably why it's a little, it's a little thinner than this. So therefore that's going to give you better dexterity, a better feel. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter because you can't get the old ones. You have to go with the new ones. But I am kind of looking at some of my older stuff versus newer stuff just to see what direction Harbor Freight is going in. As far as the gloves, I'd say a little bit downhill, but not enough to make a huge difference. Alright, this is Sam, Jack of all, Master of none. You all have a good one.